Everyone, this is Pastor Darryl and Pastor Shirley Farrar from the Meeting House Church in Voorhees, New Jersey. We're coming again to you. Just a little vignettes, just to let you know how we're doing. And we want to talk about some things. Since this is the first Sunday of 2017, we want to talk about being in agreement as a couple and the vision that you have for your family for this year's. And, this year is going to be a pivotal year for a lot of couples in their lives. And God is really calling for change. Yes. And today I did speak about change and what God wants from us. A lot of us as couples were really rigid in how we talk to one another and what we do and what we believe. This is how we're supposed to be. And God is calling for change on both of our parts and how we speak to one another and how we get in agreement, because we do get in agreement about being in an issue.
Yes.
But we don't know we're in agreement. When we start to argue, well, we're in agreement about having an argument. But God really calls for us somebody has to be the bigger person or the bigger Christian, and someone has to allow the Word of God to permeate the relationship and permeate the argument. So you bring the mind of Christ on the situation, and so when you start bringing the mind of Christ on the situation and how you relate to one another, it kind of quells the fire and it just extinguishes all the anger. So
we talked about this. We're going to be doing different sessions every single Sunday in 2017. So we're asking you to join us in that. It's called Marriage Advancement. And in these sessions, we're going to talk about different topics that God dealt with us on, as well as other couples that we counsel. And in all of that, hopefully that it can bring change to your lives, and it will refresh many of you, perhaps give some marriages a second chance. We've been married for 26 years, and we've gone through so many different obstacles, so many different things. But one of the things that God showed us was 1 Corinthians 13, that we have to have love for one another, love that God had for us. And so in that, if we don't have love, he tells us that it's like a
tinkling
brass, right?
A high-sounding cymbal. We're
Exactly.
we're going through the motions. Just make it looks good,
right?
But at the end of the day, we get behind closed doors. Everything breaks loose, and that's not being true, and that's not being who we really are.
And it's because we really don't want to talk about it.
Right.
As couples, we get together. The love is there in the beginning. Then all of a sudden, we stop talking.
Right.
We stop communicating. We stop telling each other, this really makes me angry. And these are the issues that Pastor Darryl and I, we really want to talk to you guys about. So we're hoping that you are with us and that you listen to some of the things that God said to us that we are allowed to share with you.
And early in your relationship, the emotions are high and running, and you look at her and she looks at you and she got that twinkle in her eye.
I still do, I still do after 26 years.
Yeah. Let's be real. You say I'm warm for her form, and you look at her walk and all that, and that's all good. But once you're past all of that, and you're past all
it gets real.
The hard stuff, and you start realizing,
right.
What am I in this for?
Yes.
You start to realize I have to love this person beyond what I see and what I hear.
Absolutely.
And so that's where the love of God has to come in. It really should have been there in the beginning, but that's when it has to come in and change the way you look at your spouse. And so once you start to enwrap and invite it in, God can use you in a different manner, and God can show you the real love, the unconditional love that he has for you, the agape love, so that when you guys get together and a couple or people see you out in the street, they'll realize, that's what the kingdom looks like.
Yes.
The kingdom is not about strife and contention and disagreement. It's about agreement. It's about vision. It's about doing the purpose that God called for you to have in your life. So listen, we're going to break for now. Stay positive. Keep watching. We got more stuff coming to you. All right?
And make sure you tune in to themeetinghouse.cc as well as Instagram at NJ Meeting House. Talk to you soon.
See you real soon.